Hello, and welcome back to the Reiki Gem Wellness channel. And this is a weekly episode that I've started calling Let's Talk Crystals. And it's two parts. The first part, I show you how I use crystals and gemstones in my everyday life. I'll give you specific examples of things that happen in my life and which gemstones I reached for and why and how I use them so that you can get a feel for how you can use them in your own life. And it doesn't have to be big major episodes in your life. It could be small things that you feel that you need a little bit of support for. And then the second part of the episode, I answer a question that is frequent in my comments or that you've left in the comments of a previous video so that I can start addressing some of your most frequent questions about how to use gemstones in your life and what kind of gemstones to use. So we'll do both of those today, and these are more casual episodes and I don't write a script down for them. And if you have a question about how to use crystals and gemstones in your life, then make sure to put that in the comments below because I'm keeping a running list and I'm addressing the most common first. So, how do I use crystals and gemstones in my life? What came up for me this week? Well, I had a couple of nights in which I had some really good ideas and I was trying to go to sleep and my brain kept thinking. It was too busy. It was so excited. My brain wanted to think, and I couldn't go to sleep. And so there are two gemstones that I reach for. I put them on my nightstand to help me release attachment to thinking. And that is howlite and amazonite. And both of these gemstones allow our brains to just calm down, and it reduces and calms that monkey mind that can irritate us during meditation when our brains are just so active. But when I know I'm in a state in which my thoughts are going to be swirling as I'm trying to go to sleep, then I will sit with one of these stones right before bedtime. I'll sit with it in my receiving hand and just allow it to let my thoughts detach from my brain and drift away and calm and soothe my brain and my body to allow me to go to sleep. And so after I've sat with it for a couple of minutes, then I put it on my nightstand and I keep it there while I'm trying to go to sleep. Now you can put it on your nightstand, you can put it in your pillowcase to keep it closer to your head if you want, but I found sometimes they get lost. I toss and turn a lot, so sometimes they fall out of the pillowcase. So I try to just keep mine on my nightstand. It's close enough. So also this week, I was just dealing with some disappointments. There were some things that just weren't working out as I had hoped, and I was feeling discouraged and wondering if I should continue. And when that happens, then I reach for Garnet. And this may not look like Garnet. Tumble quality Garnet looks so dark, it's almost black. But this is a deep, deep, deep red. And Garnet is a stone that increases hope and encouragement. It really uplifts our moods and our spirits when we've taken a hit. And so when I'm finding myself kind of swirling down the drain of disappointment and kind of self-criticism about something, then I sit with Garnet and I take a few minutes and I hold it again in the receiving hand because I want to receive these energies. And this is one where I just try not to think at all. I just hold the stone and I sit. And what usually happens for me is things arise, like optimism starts to arise, and things arise that remind me that I've made a lot of progress, that I'm doing good, that there are positive things ahead, that roadblocks and barriers and speed bumps in our lives are only temporary and they can be overcome. And so that is this wonderful part of Garnet. And you don't have to have a stone. You can have garnet jewelry. Garnet jewelry is very common. You can just put it on and sit with the intention of just, letting hope arise for you. And then another thing I was dealing with this week is sometimes when I haven't slept very well and I'm dealing with disappointments, I like to snack on food a lot. Like I reach for comfort food when I am just emotionally and physically not feeling well. I like to snack a lot. And so this is just one of those examples in which it doesn't have to be a major life crisis. It could be something small. Like I want to go through the entire bag of Doritos. And a stone that helps with that is amethyst. And I have two different pieces here. One's really dark and one is chevron amethyst. You can tell from that V pattern in it. And amethyst is the stone of spirituality and contentment. And this is a stone that has historically been thought to break addictions and also like keep people from getting drunk. So to keep people from overindulging, to, break bad habits. Like historically, they used to put a piece of amethyst in a wine goblet so they could like drink and drink and drink and not get drunk. That was how it was assumed to work, back in like hundreds of years ago. But when I'm feeling like the need to reach out for something for comfort, then I sit with the amethyst. And it encourages contentment to be as we are with what we have and not need to reach out and eat more things or buy more things or drink more things or consume something to make us feel better. That we can feel better with what we have right now. And so if I recognize that I'm sleep deprived and I'm feeling down on myself and I want to get out that ice cream, then I just separate myself from the kitchen. I sit down with the amethyst and I help it let those cravings pass. And again, sitting with my receiving hand. And it does help, definitely. So, I'm kind of trained that if I'm feeling like grazing and I'm not hungry, that I just go get the amethyst and I either put it in my pocket and I walk around with it, or I specifically and intently sit down with it until the cravings pass. So that was my week. You can tell I apparently had a great week. But I'm feeling really good right now, though. So, my gemstones helped. I'm feeling a lot more positive and uplifted today. So the question that we are going to talk about today is one that I get nearly every day. And it is, what gemstones can I use to attract money into my life? And it's a more complicated question than you might think. So there aren't a list of stones that if we hold, money's just gonna come to us. So one thing, but there are gemstones that help us. So don't feel discouraged that I'm not saying that there's nothing. But so there is a kind of a misconception that green gemstones, that they'll attract money. But consider that historically and globally, not all money is green. So green stones do not equate to money. Like, green is not a universal symbol for wealth. However, it is a universal symbol for abundance and prosperity, because green is about growth. It's about, plentiful crops and being able to feed your family and grow what you need to survive. And green stones are about nurturing and growing things that we need in our life. And so when we meditate with green stones, and here I'm holding green aventurine, if you're wondering. So we hold green stones to attract what we need into our lives. But what we need is not necessarily what we want. And this can attract more friendships, more food, more love, more financial opportunities, more patience. So it might not be exactly what we want, but if you're meditating regularly with a green gemstone, then look out for those times in which you seem to be getting more of something into your life, and that's a sign from the universe that that is what you need. Acknowledge it and soak that in. So, you can sit with green gemstones to attract more money, but it may not happen the way that you hope. But there is a universal color for wealth, and that is gold. Historically and globally, gold is a symbol of wealth. And the yellow gemstones, the yellow and gold gemstones, these stimulate the solar plexus chakra. And this is honey calcite that I'm holding here. Honey calcite, citrine, yellow aventurine, sunstone. These are all stones that help attract abundance to us by giving the tools that we need to go seek it out. So yellow and gold gemstones give us the confidence to go out there and invite in those opportunities that will bring in wealth and abundance. So they give us the confidence to apply for that new job, or to talk to your boss about the raise, to do what you need to do to be more visible to get that promotion, or to start that new business, to start that new line of a product that you want to take a chance on. It allows you, it gives you the tools to go out and make those opportunities happen. So if you are looking for, a promotion, a raise, a job, or any other way that you can invite in financial abundance, carrying a gold gemstone around with you will help with that. Now, stones like citrine and sunstone, and most all of the yellow stones as well, they also invite opportunities through generosity. So these are stones that not only attract abundance and prosperity, but they also encourage us to be generous. And so there's a phrase, and I'm not sure where I learned this, but it says, whatever you need more of, give. When you are sending that symbolic gesture out to the universe, it's an invitation for more of that back. So if you're looking for more money, then donate to a charity. Give a little bit of money to the homeless person. And that is a gesture that you send out to invite more of that back into your life. And by giving something out, you're also opening up more opportunity and more room in your life to receive more. So while it is not a gemstone that you can just hold and like wait for all the money to arrive, it is the yellow and gold gemstones do enable you to create the opportunity and the room in your life to receive more wealth, more abundance, and more prosperity. So that's a big question. Like I said, I get that a lot. And I hope that answered the question for you. It doesn't seem like there is any get-rich-quick stone out there, but there are gemstones that can help you. So green gemstones will help attract what you need more of in your life. Gold gemstones and yellow gemstones will help give you the tools to bring more abundance into your life. And stones like jade are said to bring good luck. So jade can help you as well. So during the filming of this episode, we had so many power outages. I wasn't even sure I was going to get these messages out to you in time. But I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope that it helped you understand a little bit more about some uses for some more common gemstones and crystals and how you can use them in your life. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel and you want to hear more about, specifically about different gemstones, to receive guided meditations with gemstones and guided meditations for specific situations, then make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a single gemstone video. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you again soon.